Hi guys, how you doing? This is Irene the educator, and I can't believe that one half of this delicious whole pizza is only about 300 calories. You're not gonna believe it, but sit back and relax and get the recipe. Disclaimer: my videos are for entertainment and educational purposes only. Fair Use Act disclaimer, copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. No copyright is intended, all rights reserved. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, this is a really quick and easy way to make your delicious homemade pizza. The bread that I'm using is Altoria's flatbread, and it's a whole grain bread. Here are the calories and the nutrition information on the back. As much as possible, try to use organic ingredients. Now, this flatbread has 5 in the package, and also each bread is only 100 calories per sheet, and that's what I really like about it. So you're starting off with low calories. So one of the next ingredients is olive oil, and then tomato sauce, and I'm going to just show you that this is also organic. So like I said, use organic as much as possible. Granulated garlic. This says granulated garlic, but I just a container I use for my onion powder. And then you got the Italian seasoning. And then you can use different kinds of cheese. I'm just showing you different kinds of vegan cheese that you can use, and the calorie count on the back. And then you need some cherry tomatoes and Thai basil. This is fresh basil that you're going to be using. An onion, only half of the onion. Bell pepper, red and green. Those are the ingredients. And then this is the plant-based power sausage if you choose to use that. Now, it's not necessary for you to have the imitation meat because you can just use the vegetables like you see here. I've already chopped up the bell pepper, the red and green, the tomatoes, and also the cilantro, as well as the green, not the green onions, but the yellow onions. And then you see me, I had already put the oil on there, but I'm putting the oil, and just rub that in. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. And just maybe like tablespoonful, because the olive oil is about 120 calories. So you're trying to cut calories. You if you want to take out the olive oil, you don't even have to use it. But I just use the olive oil because it has a really nice taste. And you get that organic Italian seasoning and just sprinkle it on there as much as you like. You don't want to just have the whole container on there, but just enough to season it pretty good. And then after that, you take the garlic, onion that I happen to use an empty. I'm not garlic onion, but I use my onion powder and my garlic powder. But as I was telling you guys before, that I have my empty garlic container with onion powder in it because I had gotten it at a buck store. And then you have the spaghetti sauce. I've actually made this pizza without spaghetti sauce, but I'm just using 2 tablespoonfuls of spaghetti sauce just for you to get that real pizza taste, because I know how important it is if you're trying to make a substitute for something that you love and trying to reproduce it as close as possible. But this pizza is really delicious, and it's for those who like actually the thin crust, because this is a flatbread that I'm using, but you can use other breads. It's just that if you want to get that lower calorie count, this is the way to go. So I'm just spreading that on there. Make sure it's nice and even. And your toaster oven, because the toaster oven varies, that's why I'm not paying too much attention to that. And I have it set at bake, which is probably, I guess, around 400 degrees or so. And just spread that cheese on there. Use whichever kind you want. It's the vegan cheese. It doesn't have cholesterol. Look at that. So you see it's coming along nicely already. And that's the bell pepper. Actually, not the bell pepper, but the basil. And I just happened, my basil was Thai basil, but you really just need some regular basil. I know I said it was cilantro earlier, but it's actually the basil. And you just do a quick spread. You can have the tomatoes and all that stuff mixed up and just spread it on there where you cover it. Vegetables do not have too many calories, so you just put all that on there. Now the total pizza, I believe when I measured it, it was probably about just under 600 calories. But you can see that's a nice size, so a half of it should be able to do regular person. And just make sure when you get ready to stick this in the toaster oven that you have your hands protected, because you can stick your hand in there and then you forget that those wires are pretty hot. And I'm just showing you that my fingernails are all clean and things. If I had was the type of person, or a person who wore the false nails, I would make sure that I had gloves on, but I don't wear those. Being a nurse, I don't wear those because actually there was a case where patients have actually caught major infection that they've traced back to those false fingernails, and we're actually not allowed when you're doing direct patient care. Most states, or some states, have a law against wearing them. Okay, we're getting back to the pizza. So now it's already, you don't want to put the sausage substitute on there yet, because if you put it in the oven, then it may overcook. And what I do, I usually put it on like less than a minute or so in the microwave and have it prepared. And that's why I just chopped it up early enough. And that's why I'm out of the range of the camera right now, because I'm over there putting this in the oven, the toaster oven, that is. Here we go. Get back in range. It's way over there. See it on the rack there. I'm just saying, hello, hello, I'm over here. So you stick that in there and turn it on. And now remember, just while that's going, and it should usually cook for about 7 minutes or so, 7 to 10 minutes in there. And you see that's piping hot. You see that? That was after I had put the sausage in there. So it cooks for about 7 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to get ready to cut it. You see that steam coming out of there? Now this one is actually mine. I had already cooked one for someone else. So this is so delicious. Look at that. You see that? You never know that you did that pizza yourself. Be proud of yourself. This is so delicious. And this, I just made this. It's just something I was just trying, and I just thought of it in my head. I said, oh, you know what? Let me try this. Delicious. I wish I could share this with you right now. Oh, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm getting tongue twisted. Delicious. So check out the recipe or the ingredients and just follow it and have fun. Have fun with it. You can complete this meal with a nice homemade salad. That's me just flexing in my complexion. Yeah. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And look in the area where I have the description for the ingredients or the recipe. And come back again. And remember, before you change your diet, do check with your healthcare professional. Exercise and dieting is something that you should think about and actually practice.